All right, let's jump right into this explainer and figure out why the wildly popular 16-hour fasting protocol might actually be shortchanging your results. Look, if you've been putting in the work, you're constantly watching the clock, and you're still struggling to see real changes, well, you are absolutely not alone. In fact, almost every single fasting guide on the internet might have given you the exact wrong target to aim for. And that brings us to a really massive question. Why does the famous 16-hour fast so often leave that stubborn belly fat behind? I mean, it's incredibly frustrating, right? You feel super disciplined, you're skipping breakfast, doing everything right, but your body just feels completely stuck. Well, biologically speaking, 16 hours is often just the beginning of the deeper fat-burning state that fasting was supposed to trigger in the first place. You aren't failing at all. You're actually just stopping a few hours too early. To really understand why, we have to talk about the invisible villain of this story. You've definitely heard of insulin, but usually it's just talked about in the context of blood sugar. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Insulin is the literal, physical lock on your fat cells. As long as it's elevated above a certain threshold, an enzyme called hormone-sensitive lipase is totally suppressed, so your body isn't just burning less fat. It's actively being told, hey, do not unlock the warehouse. Even tiny lingering elevations in your insulin command your body to keep that fat safely locked away.
Listen, the crucial takeaway here is that true fasting isn't just about skipping a meal. And it's definitely not just a neat little timing trick. It is a precision hormone management system. The ultimate goal isn't simply to avoid food. The goal is reaching the exact biological moment your body finally believes it has no choice but to unlock that stored energy. And that specific moment depends entirely on when your insulin truly bottoms out.
So let's take a look at the actual biological timeline. We're going to start the clock at hour 0, literally the exact moment you swallow your final bite of food, and we'll travel inside your body all the way through to hour 18.
Hour 0 to 6, delivery mode and the easy access tank.
Now, this is where your last meal completely dictates the game. Think about it. A final meal of refined carbs, maybe some pizza or late-night dessert, that fills your easy access glycogen tank to absolute maximum capacity. You might spend the next 12 hours just burning off that stored sugar. But if your final meal is packed with protein, healthy fats, and fiber, your glycogen tank starts out much lower. Your insulin clears out faster, and your body's fat-burning switch gets flipped much, much earlier. Moving right along to hours 12 to 14, ketones and the internal cleanup crew.
Right around hour 14, things get really interesting. Your internal cellular cleanup crew actually clocks in. This is a brilliant biological process called autophagy. And fun fact, the scientist who mapped this mechanism actually won a Nobel Prize for it. Your cells literally go around identifying debris and damaged proteins, and they recycle them into fresh, new functional structures. But, and this is a huge but, this deep maintenance and repair system only fully activates during a state of genuine scarcity.
And this right here brings us to the absolute biggest myth in modern wellness, the whole 16 hours versus 18 hours debate. At 16 hours, yes, fat oxidation has started and your ketones are rising. But honestly, 16 hours is just standing in the metabolic lobby. Your body is prepping for the big switch, but it hasn't totally committed yet. It's not until 18 hours that you finally walk into the room where the real, aggressive biological work actually happens.
The 18-hour convergence. Perfect hormonal alignment.
When you finally hit that window, it's basically a metabolic symphony. Several major biological systems are peaking simultaneously. Your fat oxidation and autophagy are firing on all cylinders, sure, but human growth hormone also rises sharply. This is the absolute magic of 18 hours. You're burning stubborn belly fat while actively protecting and preserving your lean muscle tissue. You get to burn the fat without aggressively eating up your muscle.
Now, if you happen to be over the age of 50, you're going to want to pay super close attention to this next part, because pushing into this 18-hour window isn't just some nice little bonus. It literally becomes absolutely critical. Because getting older quietly changes the rules of the game. As we age, our natural insulin sensitivity gradually declines, which means it takes a lot longer for that fat cell padlock to pop open. Autophagy slows way down, cellular debris accumulates a lot more easily, and holding onto your muscle gets much harder. Older metabolisms simply need this extra time. They really struggle to reach those deep anti-inflammatory repair states without the precision of a full 18-hour fast. The craziest part? Once you actually adapt and reach this state, fasting totally stops feeling like you're starving and starts feeling like true metabolic maintenance. When you push past the lobby and finally enter the room, a massive psychological shift happens. That constant food noise just shuts off. You aren't obsessing over your next meal anymore because your body finally realizes it's carrying around a massive built-in pantry. It is perfectly happy running on the abundant stored energy you already have.
Accidental sabotage, ruining the final 2 hours.
This is where people completely derail their progress without even knowing it. Think about the innocent-seeming stuff we reach for when we're fasting. Flavored drinks, sweetened coffee, a tiny splash of juice, fasting supplements, or artificial sweeteners. You're probably thinking, hey, it's 0 calories, right? But remember, this isn't about calories. It is entirely about hormones. Even a tiny, microscopic insulin response from an artificial sweetener during hour 17 can instantly interrupt the exact hormonal alignment your body just worked all day to achieve. You accidentally lock the warehouse right when the heavy lifting was about to start.
So how do we protect this? Simplicity is your absolute best weapon here. To protect the most biologically valuable part of your fast, you need to stick strictly to 3 things: black coffee, plain tea, and water. That's it. No hacks, no clever loopholes, just get out of the way and allow your body to remain deeply inside the metabolic state it earned. Oh, and we've got to talk about weekend metabolic jet lag. It's a massive mistake. You fast perfectly Monday through Friday, but then the weekend hits, right? Late night eating, totally shifted schedules, random meal times. Your metabolism thrives on repeated, predictable signals. When you dramatically shift your eating window by 4 or 5 hours every single weekend, you completely confuse your biological clock. You're basically forcing your body to hit the reset button every single Monday, instead of actually adapting. At the end of the day, fasting isn't magic, but your metabolism is way more programmable than we were ever taught. The goal here is definitely not punishment. It's precision. It's all about giving your body the right signals and then staying inside that fat-burning state just long enough for those deeper, incredibly powerful systems to fully activate.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I'll leave you with this final, somewhat provocative question to think about before your next fast. Are you going to keep standing out in the 16-hour lobby, feeling super disciplined but totally stuck? Or are you finally ready to enter the room, optimize those last 2 hours, and let your body actually work with you instead of against you? The biological switch is right there, waiting to be flipped.